In the heart of a noisy city, filled with honking cars and forgotten dreams, there was a little boy named Ayaan. He was 10 years old, barefoot, and wore clothes that had been stitched too many times. Every morning, before the city truly woke up, Ayaan would set up his corner on a cracked sidewalk near a busy intersection. His business? Selling old, second-hand books. He didn't have a store. He didn't even have a stall. Just a tattered cloth spread on the ground, and a pile of dusty books he'd collected from trash bins and donated piles behind libraries. Some pages were torn. Some were stained. But they had words. And Ayaan loved words. He wasn't just selling books. He was devouring them. For every book he sold during the day, he read 2 at night. When the world went to sleep, Ayaan sat under a flickering streetlight with a flashlight he found in the garbage and a worn-out dictionary by his side. He couldn't afford school, but he was educating himself page by page. People passed him every day. Most didn't see him. Some pitied him. A few admired his determination, but only from a distance. No one really believed that a boy like him could ever rise beyond that sidewalk. But Ayaan believed. One rainy afternoon, a middle-aged man in a business suit stopped at his corner. Soaked and frustrated, the man glanced down at the books. "Why are you here?" "You should be in school," the man said, half mocking, half curious. Ayaan smiled. "I can't afford school. But I read. A lot. Maybe someday, I'll build one myself." The man raised an eyebrow and walked away. But something about Ayaan stuck with him. The next week, the man returned. This time, with coffee, a dry notebook, and a question. "Tell me what you've learned." That conversation changed everything. That man was David Turner, a local entrepreneur who ran a small tech company. Impressed by Ayaan's hunger to learn and ability to speak fluent English just by reading, David began mentoring him. He paid for his education, introduced him to technology, and most importantly, believed in him. Ayaan thrived in school like a rocket breaking through gravity. He was always the youngest, always the quietest, but always the smartest in the room. Coding became his second language. Entrepreneurship became his oxygen. At 16, he built his first app, an AI-based reading assistant for underprivileged kids. It went viral. Suddenly, the boy from the sidewalk was on tech blogs. By 18, he had launched his own startup focused on educational equity, creating low-cost tech tools for students who couldn't afford traditional education. Investors were shocked by his story. "How is this kid doing this?" they asked. Because they saw his brilliance. But what they didn't see was the cold nights, the hunger pains, the rejections, the moments he almost gave up, but didn't. By the age of 24, Ayaan was the founder and CEO of Readrise Incorporated, a company valued in the tens of millions. His mission? To make sure no kid would ever be forced to choose between eating and learning. He built learning centers in slums. He gave scholarships. He hired people who were once like him, people with dreams too big for their pockets. One day, during a conference in New York, a journalist asked him, "What's the secret to your success?" Ayaan smiled, the same smile he had on the sidewalk years ago. "I didn't wait for someone to teach me. I taught myself. I didn't wait for luck. I worked for it. And I didn't stop when it got hard. I stopped when it started working." The audience gave a standing ovation. His story was shared across social media, from books on the sidewalk to boardrooms in Silicon Valley. Millions were moved. Thousands were inspired. And dozens followed in his footsteps.